Hailee, congratulations on the film, first of all. I loved this. I loved you in it. I thought the whole thing was brilliant.
Thank you.
It's all set in the 80s, though, so I thought, you're not a child of the 80s.
Right.
So was there a lot of swatting? Were you, like, listening to the Smiths on the sly when you're on set? Like, did you do a lot of work to find, like, or did you know a lot about the 80s?
Well, I knew, I mean, some bits. I can't say I knew it well, but I do feel like I had so many things around me that were so helpful in getting me to feel like I was in a world that was real, that felt authentic to me, and that was the music and the wardrobe, the hair, the set design that we had. You know, waking up in a bedroom out of the 80s, you know, was a great way to start the day. But yeah, I owe a lot to, you know, the elements that were around me and helping me there.
And then the elements that were CGI, how did you find that bit? Because last time, I mean, Pitch Perfect 3 wasn't too long ago, where you're surrounded by actors and actors
Yes.
the whole time. Whereas you're on screen a lot in this film, and a lot of the time with pretend people, like people that aren't there, I assume.
Yeah, no, of course. It definitely was weird. I'm obviously very used to, or more used to, talking to people and having them talk back to me.
Yeah.
This case was quite different. I was actually at one point, right before we started filming this, I had multiple conversations with our director, Travis Knight, about how this was going to work. And I was like, well, at least maybe there can be an actor there to stand in. And then I was like, well, Bumblebee doesn't talk, so that would probably be weirder if I just had somebody staring at me, not saying anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was really great in helping me make everything feel real. So.
Yeah, and you got to get involved with the soundtrack in this. I mean, you got a new track, Back to Life.
Yes.
Was that nice? Because obviously with FM104, it's the station in Dublin, we love your music, play it all the
Thank you.
time.
Thank you
So
much.
it's great to have some new stuff. Was it nice to do something for the soundtrack as well as the movie?
Absolutely. I mean, it's been on my bucket list to have a song of my own in a film of my own, and it felt really special to do it for something like this because, you know, from a writing standpoint, I thought it would be interesting to approach writing this song as if it were a letter to Charlie's father, whom she lost.
Yes.
And there are some very strong parallels I found in her relationship with her dad, with her, as there is with her relationship with Bumblebee. And so it's a song of friendship and realization and thanks, really. So it was a really fun song to work on, and I'm really glad it ended up in the movie.
Yeah, you've been very lucky because you're so talented. You're a brilliant actress and a brilliant singer. So, but you've found the roles that work. I mean, from Pitch Perfect to this and the soundtrack and everything. Do you have a preference? I know that's a very tough question we get asked all the time. But is there one that comes first in the race between music and acting, or is it just you've managed to blend them so well? You're like, I'll do both for life.
Well, that's what I like to think. The last bit you said there. I love doing both. I don't see myself doing one and not the other. I'm happiest when I get to do both at the same time. For example, Pitch Perfect or with this.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love doing both. I'm gonna try and do both as long as I can manage.
Well, you're good at it. Do you know what I mean? It's rare to be so good at both, so keep doing
Thanks.
what you're doing. True Grit, I mean, back in the day, it's not so long ago, but you're only 14, 15, I think, nominated for an Oscar. I have to say, like, was that a good thing at that age, or was it a bad... Because if I was 14, I think, and that's successful, I'd be like, what do I do? Yeah.
Well, I definitely felt that way. But I think I had gone through this experience that I could have never, I mean... It was so, I mean, it's still, to me now, 8 years later, is so surreal and hard to comprehend that was my first film and my first experience and everything that entailed was my first time with all of it. And I really think, I mean, I was surrounded by so many incredible actors and people that took me under their wing and showed me the ropes, and if it weren't for them, I don't think I'd have the appreciation I do for the work itself and the art itself, and that's what it's about for me. So as long as I can continue to go back and work hard, then what comes will come.
I put out on Instagram to our listeners and viewers, any questions for yourself? And a lot of people want to know, are you ever going to come to Ireland and do a gig?
I would absolutely love to. I've heard so many incredible things about Ireland, and I would love to come there. I would love to come there to play a gig, but I would also love to go and just spend time there and get to know it.
We're going to hold you to this now.
Okay.
So it sounds like you want to come.
I do. I genuinely do. So, yes.
Okay, when you're in Dublin, you have to go into FM104 and see us. For
I
now,
will, of
Bumblebee, thanks so much. Great to talk to you,
You
Hailee.
as well. Thank you.